Hello and welcome to Never Fall. This is your transfer show. It's afternoon. It's Tuesday afternoon, and welcome everybody to this stream. Myself and Cass will round up the transfers. Gallagher bid rejected. Chelsea want more money. Amrabat is imminent, and he chooses Man United, probably over Liverpool. That's what we think. That's what is reported in Italy. Also, Gallagher. Arsenal fans wanted to keep him or didn't want to keep him, but he is Inter's first target after Lukaku negotiated with Juventus. And who else? It's Lavia to Liverpool. Is it Lavia or Paulinho in that DM role for Liverpool next year? But also Fabinho deal is kind of stalled a little bit. The same for Caicedo to Chelsea. So Fabinho might be staying at Liverpool.
And it's not about his.
How's everything? How's everything? You feeling good, huh? Hoyland, almost. Amrabat, almost.
All the time. All I know, it's not over his dogs. So that's what Ornstein says. It's all good in the hood. Amrabat rejecting Liverpool. Hey, don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. Same Liverpool fans as well. Not all of them. We're saying Nunes rejected Man United for Liverpool. Look, just hold that one. It's calm. It's all right. Are you going to say Italian journals are liars now? I'm just saying. And also the rejected bid I saw from Sky Sports, right? That now West Ham are looking at McTominay.
You think they're going to go for McTominay over Gallagher?
This is what Sky Sports are saying. I'm not saying what I think. I'm just going off what the sources are saying. I'm not. Remember, we're here not to. We can give our opinions. We're going to give our opinions on this, that, and whatever else. But we only can go off what we've seen on, through the transfer talk of today. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, people. So I want to start with Liverpool because we're talking about three names here: Amrabat, Lavia, Paulinho. So Amrabat chose Man United over Liverpool, reported in Italy. It's not Cass and Mo reporting. It's Cass and Mo are just giving you the message. But Lavia, 50 million. Southampton are insisting on 50 million pounds package deal for Lavia. Is he worth it? That's what I want to know in the comments, people. Do you think Lavia, after one season at a relegated team, Southampton, is worth 50 million pounds?
No
also,
chance.
Paulinho, 55 million pounds. Who's better for Liverpool? I know people want to talk about the youngster. People want to talk about the future. But Liverpool want to win now. So maybe Paulinho. That's my opinion.
Paul Joyce works for your club. Of course he's going to reject the links. He's the one that actually said the link about, a week ago, Mo, that they're interested and he's on the list and all this kind of. So I don't want to hear that. Look, if in this day and market, like day and age, where it's a seller's market, I think Southampton can assist that. But can Southampton afford that? Can they afford to, since he's the most prized asset over anybody? I know they're selling Salisu to get a bit of money, but when you're in the championship, you really need to build a good squad. So I don't think they're going to hold out till 50 million. I think they're going to end up crumbling. I think the 35 million from Liverpool is going to crumble in terms of get rejected. But I think they get it done with a good add-on, maybe 40 million. I think 40 million is reasonable, because I know Southampton are looking at look, if we don't sell him this year, then Man City might buy him back next year for the 40 million anyway. So they're probably might be looking at it that way. But if they keep Fabinho, let's say they keep Fabinho and also get Lavia, then that's probably the best solution, even if the Fabinho deal falls through regardless. But, I saw from obviously through Ornstein, and if you look at other multiple things, they're trying to get it resolved as quick as possible. So it might not be dead in the water. Like we thought Alex Tellers' deal was dead in the water after it collapsed or something, but then they got revived and they got it sorted, yada, yada, yada. So that's just my opinion. It seems like they're really going to go for Lavia, and it looks like you can probably dead those Paulinho links. I think maybe the what's it called, the dislocated shoulder kind of edged their decision to who they want to go forward with.
Also, I think the price of Paulinho is more than Lavia, and Paulinho is 28. But I think, in my opinion, if Fabinho goes, they need Paulinho. If he doesn't go, I agree with you. They need a Lavia. It's as simple as that.
Okay, like that as well, yeah.
Lavia can learn, can develop, can play a role there, energetic. Actually, Lavia can play an 8. He doesn't have to play a 6, but Paulinho is definitely just a 6. Just 6 for me. But does Lavia, here's the question for you. Lavia, McAllister, Szoboszlai, Fabinho, is that enough for them to challenge for the league? As Hosam,
you're missing out Thiago,
which is injured all the time. Isn't he still injured anyway?
Yeah, but he still gives over 2,000 minutes for them. That's still a lot of minutes. You can't forget Thiago, because it's true what Mont says. When Thiago plays, it's not like Thiago gives a stinker. Thiago gives like you could say a 7+ game. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't think they're definitely not challenging for no league, in my opinion, with that midfield. I think it's going to need time to gel, to understand, and they're going to have to find something that works, unless they find something that works quick for them. But when I think of ability-wise going forward, their goals are fine. I think they'll be, with Liverpool, like until they sort out that defense, which we spoke about yesterday, there's no point. They're not challenging for the league, but will they be in and around the top 4? Yeah, of course they will. There's no denying it. Like Klopp, you know what I think is, like, as much as I want to laugh at Liverpool, I feel people disrespect Klopp a bit too much. Like he's not a world-class coach, like he is still Jurgen Klopp. Does that make sense?
Yeah, he's a fantastic coach. Look, listen, he made Liverpool, Salah, Mane, Firmino, Henderson, all these guys played a hell of seasons, like amazing seasons under him. He is the only one that came up with a plan to play anti-Pep football and win against him. Champions League finals, 3 of them, winning 1. I think he's a fantastic coach. I think if it's anybody that can get the best out of these players as fast as possible, it's Jurgen Klopp. Because we saw what he did. Van Dijk slaughtered in right away, 2018 January. Salah, when he joined, Mane, Firmino, yes, he was before his time, but when he joined, Firmino turned to be one of the best false nines in the league. I think it is Jurgen Klopp, and I have all the respect for Jurgen Klopp, in my opinion. Like, he is a fantastic coach, and he has the weapons now to get his system working. Now, Trent, we've seen him in the midfield yesterday or the day before in that friendly, and he was good. He's a good player, Trent, in that midfield, but he needs support, and the support comes from a Fabinho.
I get the revisionism around Thiago. Trent, and in the centre mid, I think it's a good option to have if someone's injured.
As an inverted, not as a main 6.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Put Trent inverted, or get someone that's going to have the legs to cover him out wide. If Szoboszlai goes forward into that right, that right wing where he kind of operates naturally anyways, sometimes Trent inverted makes total sense if you want to do it that way. So Trent is not, we said this ages ago, Trent has never been a 6, he never will be a 6. As an 8, it makes sense, a wide right 8. Not inside, but I think just let Trent be the attacking right back that he is, because he's still a right back. That's all he is. He's a right back, and he's a very good one. Just let him cook and do his thing, because he can't have a worse season than last year. And then towards the end of the year, he came alive again, So I think he can definitely do a dictating job from the inverted role. He doesn't need to go so far up. But what if you do invert him? If he doesn't go as forward as we think he is, which I do think he's going to do, he's not going to get as many assists. He's just going to be pinging, dictating, and let the centre mids do their jobs instead of him needing to do their jobs for them. If that makes sense. But they go get another centre back. I'm like, good. They're going to get Lavia. It looks like that's nailed on. They're in talks with Southampton directly now. I think that still gets over the line. I don't think we need to even talk about Paulinho anymore. I don't think we need to talk about Amrabat, which we will do in a second anyways, or any of the other links. It's just about getting that nailed down and moving on to the next target. There's still a lot of time. There's still another month, or over a month, another 5 weeks of the window. They got that much time to go and secure a centre back. It's not a need though. It's not a need right now. Does that make I'm trying to articulate the words where it doesn't sound exactly, I don't know. When he's like over the top.
Yeah, I after what I saw yesterday, I still think they need a center back. Like, because
Of
I
course.
actually believe that Gomez is the backup right back now. He isn't going to be a center back. I
Yeah,
don't
there's
think
no
he's good enough
chance.
now.
I'm,
After
you're
the
right.
injury.
And he got
Yeah,
used.
they need
He got used yesterday as the right instead of the centre back. He got used for the right back role. So he might
yeah.
be the defensive right back because Joe Gomez is actually still very good on the ball. You know, like he is good. It's just injury prone. But if you're talking about Gomez not going forward, doing even an inverted kind of role, sitting back, you can actually put him there if you need to.
Yeah. Yeah. So, guys, over 400 of you here. We're not even on 100 like. That's embarrassing. So, please hit that like button for us. It's free, but it helps the channel massively. Go to the next. Like, if you don't hit the like, we're not going to the next person. If you're selfish, don't hit it. But if you want this channel to grow, hit that like button for us. It looks like a thumbs up underneath your live chat.
That's a good way, you know, Mo. That is a very good way. If you want this channel to grow, it's down to the people at the end of the day. As much as we can come on, talk crap, talk good, whatever you want to call it, it's actually up to these guys if they want this channel to grow consistently every single day. You know, like I'm just saying, is where do you want it to be?
Your support, your support is appreciated. If you want to send a question or a comment or a topic you want us to talk about, your super chat is really appreciated. We're not asking for super chats, but the chat is flying. And if you want your comment to be highlighted, the program automatically highlights super chat, not a normal comment. So Lavia, they get Lavia. I think they get Lavia. I think they get a center back. And I think Liverpool are complete if Fabinho stays, Thiago stays. I think this is it. This is everything they need. Someone mentioned in the comment earlier, Edgar, he said that Jurgen Klopp didn't get his signings before. Like Salah and Mane and Firmino, they weren't his signings. I'm assuming now McAllister is his signing. Szoboszlai is his signing. If he gets Lavia, he chose Lavia. I'm expecting even better output from these guys. I hold Jurgen Klopp at a very high level, and I'm expecting him to be have a good team this year. I'm expecting Liverpool to go back to the 80-point mark, the 10-game winning streak, 7-game winning streaks. I'm not expecting Liverpool to struggle if they get one DM and a defender, in my opinion. Yes, this is what we're in. Emmanuel, thank you so much. It's his birthday. Happy birthday, my friend. Happy birthday. Thank you for being here on your birthday. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. Happy birthday from all the Never Fall family to you, my friend.
I was gonna say, like, I saw someone say personal terms. I agree with Lavia. I think that probably got done ages ago. Like, you know, Southampton are so open to selling, and now they're saying they're insisting on 50 million. Do you think Liverpool actually paid the money in the end? Like, how desperate do you reckon Southampton think? You know, I'm trying to look at it two ways. It's Liverpool Football Club. They don't have to go all the way, right? But in the seller's market, they know they need a DM. Anyone that knows that Liverpool, they need a DM, especially if Fabinho goes, do they pay out the money?
Yeah, so it's not only about that. So let me give you why I think that Liverpool will get Lavia cheaper than Southampton valuation. I'm taking Leicester City as an example. When you get relegated, players throw tantrums. This kid wants to grow. This kid wants to learn. This kid wants to play at the top level. And Southampton got relegated. I know you think they have leverage. In my opinion, that's just my opinion. I think the player will tell them, I want to go. I'm not a championship level player. I'm a youth team player for Man City. I want to play at a higher level. Well, only top clubs are coming for him, right? There is a rumor out there that Brighton might go for him when Caicedo leaves, but he would prefer Liverpool. About personal terms,
Easy.
I don't think Lavia, excuse me, I don't think Lavia will demand a lot. Like, he's not he's not gonna demand 200k a week. You know what I mean? 70, 60k, 80k will get him. That's not a lot of money. Like,
easy.
So they don't need to agree personal. I think personal terms are the easier thing to agree with Lavia. It's all about Southampton and them agreeing a few with Liverpool. And I think they value him at 50. I think Liverpool offer 35. I think it's gonna be 40, 42, including bonuses. And I think that's decent enough. Like, if Liverpool go with 35 and include like 5 or 7 million bonuses, based on achievements and like making Champions League football, winning Europa League, or making the final of the Europa League, I think that's decent enough.
I look at I forgot this, even though we mentioned it like 3 days ago. Like, you know, Man City get a 20% sell-on clause. So wherever they pay up, they got to pay up 20%. And I think Southampton might be looking at it in a way saying, how do we make double our money?
But why is that? Why is that Liverpool's problem?
They want to make double their money. They're making double their money, and then they give 10 million over to if they sell him for 50, they give 10 million over to Man City. That's really what they're looking at. But they're gonna have to make a loss somewhere. They're gonna have to make. It's not even a loss; it's a profit. Even if it's 15, 10 million profit, you still made a profit.
And you can get a decent player for the Championship that will get you back to the Premier League for 15 million. Come on.
Yeah, you're gonna have to dip into go get another youngster somewhere. You know, I don't know. Go get take McTominay for that money if you want, but. I don't know. I think it gets done by next week.
Yeah, I think Lavia will be a Liverpool player.
Yeah, I think.
But so. If Fabinho leaves, they need another one. They don't.
Well, I saw the Bajcetic stuff, but someone said yesterday that he's injured and he's out for like the next what, 2 months? Is it 2 months? So unless they go with that, I don't know. I don't know. I think they can use someone as a cover for the time being until Bajcetic is back. It gets Lavia a lot of experience. He's only going to be playing 1 game a week for the time being, you know, and then all you got to do is get to that period in September, you know, the international break, and then you're okay again. You got that 2-week break to reset. And I think after Fabinho, yeah, they need a DM, but they need one now. They don't. Oh, they need one now. They need one now. Well, they need a centre back. I think 1 DM and 1 centre back is more of a priority than 2 DMs. They don't need the full package this season.
I'm not sure if Fabinho...
Oh, he's back training. Is he back training? I don't know. Yeah. I saw Bajcetic was injured for time. Now he's saying he's back training. I have no idea.
I actually don't think that Liverpool at the... Okay, I think they would want a DM if Fabinho leaves, but Fabinho is still a player for Liverpool Football Club. Yeah, he dropped stinkers.
Okay.
He dropped stinkers last year, but there's still Thiago is there, Fabinho, Bajcetic, Szoboszlai, Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott. They have a lot on the squad. Like, listen, they got like 7 midfielders. Harvey Elliott, they got Curtis Jones, they got Thiago, Szoboszlai, McAllister, Bajcetic, and Fabinho. That's 7 midfielders. I think that's enough for them. Remember, they're playing Europa League.
Yeah, Thiago's out for 2 more months. What?
Yeah, I think he's good. I think okay, if that's the case, I think that's done. Then
this is a mess.
He's Martial in disguise. You know what I mean? Like,
that's what I said. He's the centre mid version of Marcel, man.
Oh, come on,
all the ability and everything, but boy, wow.
He's gonna turn into Keita or Ox or something like this. You have to sell him.
Even then, they can manage without Thiago. They can manage without him. It's fine. They've been managing without him, right? Yeah, the guy's made a wheat mix. It's true. It's just yeah, they'll be fine. They need a centre back. Matip is washed. He's no good. Konate's also injury prone. It's like, who knows how long Konate's gonna last for. They need that centre back more than 2 DMs. Even if Fabinho goes and they get Lavia, I'm looking at Liverpool thinking, go get a centre back. Why do you keep neglecting areas of the field that you really need? Like, they neglected that central midfield area for so long, you know, like, and it's this time around. Imagine going to neglect something else where you need like a defense. Boy, yeah. Is what it is, man. Will Casemiro get injured? Casemiro doesn't get injured. He gets red cards. Yeah. So there you go.
Casemiro, instead of getting an injury, misses 10 games this season just because.
I know, just because of red and yellows bans and all this stuff. Even though one of them was very harsh, in my opinion.
So Liverpool fans, let me know in the comments, please. If you get Lavia, it's a yes or no question. Do you go back to be the main challenger against Man City? Yes or no? With the current squad, after 2 signings. Remember, Gakpo in January. He was playing phenomenal, and I watched him yesterday. He is sensational. Darwin Núñez touched yesterday. It looks like a completely different player. You think or you don't think the challenge for, like, they go to the 2nd place, basically. I want to move to Man United.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we might as well link it. Because it can't look. the reports came out in Italy. You can go search them. I don't care what Paul Joyce has to say or whoever your people, your go-to people. I swear you hate your journals anyways. I don't even know the other guys' names. There's Paul Joyce and there's the other one. He rejected your club. Whether you like it or not, if you're calling all these Italian journals liars, he's rejected your advances. You know, he said, no, I'm joining Man United. That's as far. It's come from multiple sources. Not just the one, by the way. The Gazzetta, the
Corriere
Corriere,
dello Sport. Yeah,
that one as well. And there's another dude. There's another dude as well. Another two dudes, actually. I just don't even know how to pronounce their names. Bro, it's okay. But they're saying that this deal is going to get wrapped up. Regardless, they're saying this deal is going to get wrapped up extremely soon on top of Højlund. Because they're buying that Bellatore. Mo. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. The forward. Atalanta went from.
About Bellatore, by the way. All I know is just a young.
I have no idea who's that.
I know. Yeah.
I'm gonna stop talking about players that I have not watched.
Yeah, I don't know anything about him.
I'm not gonna do what other people do. I'm not gonna do it like I watched a compilation of him. Like I didn't watch the game because listen, Quaresma looked like a world beater if you watch some of his compilations. And he joined the Inter. He played for Barcelona. That's just the greatest example in history, in my opinion. Amrabat. Someone asked me in the comments. The comment is gone now. Someone was asking me something.
Oh, by the way, just before we touch on Amrabat, I want to have to bring this comment up because I think Pablo said that Bayern are apparently interested in Fabinho as well now. And he says here, Fabinho deal might not go through. Bayern keeping watch, just a watch. Swap deal with Fabinho and cash for Kimmich. This is exactly
what are you kidding me? Armada, are you kidding, right? You're kidding.
What? Why not? Why not? Who says no?
Kimmich is staying. He said he's staying. He said he's not leaving.
Yeah, a lot of players say they're staying in. They're not going to say I'm leaving, are they? You know, like they're going to say.
Let me ask you something. Why would Kimmich leave Bayern Munich to go to Liverpool?
Well, why did Kimmich? Why is there not rumors? Why is there reports saying that he wants to leave the club as well?
Because he had a problem with the management.
And who knows that he doesn't have?
I think him and Goretzka, I think, solves that problem. Goretzka said, I'm happy here. I think Kimmich said that I'm happy here. But hear me out. Forget that. Forget Kimmich, Liverpool, whatever. Why would Bayern Munich replace Kimmich with Fabinho? Bayern Munich. So let me continue. This next sentence. Bayern Munich only progress. Only. I've never seen Bayern Munich regress in terms of like deals. Even when they got De Ligt, they think they got a top defender and he played well, right? Why would they replace Kimmich with Fabinho and make money? Bayern Munich don't work that way. Bayern Munich isn't.
Wait. Hold on. You asked a question. Let me try to answer it. One, they get a player for Kimmich that they rumored that they want to sell anyways. They get some money, some cash off of them as well. Let's say it is 40 million plus Fabinho or something like that. Or they sell Fabinho, goes one way, and then Kimmich comes the other way. It doesn't have to be a swap deal directly. It can be worked different ways, right? You know, Kimmich is rumored that he wants to leave. He can say he's happy all he wants. He's not going to say, oh yeah, by the way, I'm unhappy. I want to leave this club. It don't work like that. You know, it's unprofessional in the eyes of football. Yeah. Fabinho goes to Liverpool. Fabinho goes there. They get extra cash. They go get Harry Kane with that extra cash.
Oh.
Have you never ever thought? Because we were all talking about raising cash for the Harry Kane situation, and they might think we got a good enough midfield already to handle the Bundesliga. And also, Kimmich is 29. That'll be the next best thing soon. And no one ever thought of it like that.
I never thought about it like that. I never thought about it that it's raising. But yeah. I don't think they have good midfield for the for the Bundesliga. They don't.
Well, maybe Kane might be the guy that helps the midfield that drops deep anyways in control because that's his natural game. So imagine they still got Goretzka. You know, they'll go buy another.
Not a DM.
They still got Gravenberch, the young upcoming playmaker. You know, he's going to get some more. He should be getting some more minutes, and they'll go get another midfielder of some sort, some baller in the German league. Anyways, they got Musiala. You know, and everyone thought of it like that. Remember the guy.
Maybe.
If anyone's watched Tuchel a little bit, he went for the 4-2-3-1 experiment last time around. I don't know if he's going to go for the 4-3-3, but it looks like he's going to have De Ligt, and he's going to also have Kim Min-jae. Upamecano, I'll see benched, and then they're going to go forward that way. I think he goes for the 4-2-3-1. Kimmich, whatever. You have Musiala, you can have Gravenberch, and you can have Goretzka as a holding if you need to, more robust. Then no one thought of it like that.
I don't think Goretzka can play a holding midfielder.
Got Lima as well. People forget that the guy's an absolute clamper.
Yeah, they got Lima. But maybe I'm not. I don't see Kimmich going to Liverpool in my opinion. But if he goes to Liverpool, that changes the whole equation in my opinion.
And
if they replace Fabinho with Kimmich, this is Liverpool just. Kimmich is a top player, going back to the top again, going back to challenge, in my opinion. People are saying in the comments that they regressed with Mane. Remember, when they got Mane, they didn't know that they're getting that Mane that played. They got Mane, who was in the Premier League Player of the Year. He won the AFCON, if you remember. He was Liverpool's Player of the Season, if I'm not mistaken. He's the one who carried Liverpool the second half of the season after Salah dropped a stinker the year before. And he wanted a new challenge. They thought they are progressing over Lewandowski because Lewandowski wanted to go, but they didn't know that they're getting that money that played for them.
I nearly spat out my tea. He's on how much? 350k. I didn't know they do that much.
Money?
No. Kimmich. Is Kimmich on 350k per week?
Yeah.
He's not going nowhere. He's not
going
nowhere.
You don't know that. You don't know that Bayern pay top money.
Everything I said. Everything I said. Scrap it. That video is invalid. Forget it. Let's move on. Fabinho's not going. Kimmich ain't going, man. He's staying put. Forget it.
He's the second highest player in the club.
I don't matter, man. I move on.
The reason why I'm
video, people like the video. If you haven't liked the video at this moment of time, I think we're on 188 likes. We're 12 away from the 200 mark. Please like the video. Go on, continue, Mo. Sorry, I apologize.
No, I was just saying that Bayern Munich actually are one of like 2 or 3 clubs, not like even the only club outside of the Premier League that can compete with the Premier League in terms of wages.
FSG.
The only club. Do you know that they pay Thomas Muller like 300 a week or something like this? Lorizani 280.
It deserves it.
De Ligt gets 265. De Ligt.
Yeah, they need to remove wage. I know they want. I'm knowing Bayern Munich and their structure. People need to understand they are trying to get wages off the books. Hence, trying to get rid of Mane quickly. Maybe hence why they're trying to get rid of Kimmich because he's one of the older guys, and maybe they want to get 350 off the books. Maybe it might look at it like that. 200. Like Fabinho, he would accept the basic top player wage of 200k. I see it. And I know it as well. People need to know that about. People need to understand about Bayern Munich's structure at this moment of time. Hence why Oliver Kahn's got sacked with another as well. I think his name's I can't remember his name is. But anyways, that's done. Scrap it. Liverpool are not paying what he wants in 350k. Guess who would pay that? Man United would pay that. But guess what? We're not getting him. Chelsea would pay it. But Liverpool are not paying it. Anyways, move on to Amrabat. I love this guy, Mo. I can't. We watched him in the World Cup. I didn't know too much about him beforehand. Either he's selling me a dream, or I think he's heavy, or he's just heavily underrated by people. I think he's amazing, and I think Man United is what they could potentially have in midfield could be absolutely cooking as well in terms of options by the end of the window. And that Mason Mount thing, all of a sudden, looks fine. Don't you think?
Listen, people ask, is Amrabat a top DM in the Serie A? No, but the problem with him, that he plays for a very progressive coach that knows only one way of playing football, which is going forward. They have the ball most of the time, Fiorentina. But Amrabat has everything you need. Everything you need in a DM. Can drop deep and between the center backs and dictate the game. Long range passing is decent. Short-term passing is amazing, actually. So comes to the second part of the game, defensively. Positioning-wise, what you saw in the World Cup is what happens every game in Serie A, by the way. It's not like a World Cup hype. I am a big fan of Amrabat. I wanted to see him at Inter, but Fiorentina said we're not selling to a Serie A team. They aren't selling him to a Serie A team. So I think he goes to Man United. I think he is one of the players that options for them is fantastic.
I don't
In
know
my
why.
opinion, he's better than Lavia, better than Paulinho. He's better than them.
I don't know. You know what? I like Paulinho a lot, and I think I'm going to hold them to the same regard. I'll be so honest. I like what I saw with Paulinho in a two-man midfield, not only with a Fulham that was expected to go down in a way, like not do as great, but also Sporting Lisbon that were not even expected to win the league when Bruno Fernandes left and they go win it the year after. You know, so I'm not going to overrate him either at the same time. I think they're a little bit different in a way, but I do like. I think I'm going to put Paulinho in the same bracket. I just think, why didn't Liverpool go in for this guy from January? Like 23 million, 25 million. I think in January at the time was 30 million. I just thought, you know what, what Liverpool need, you know, the cover for the right back for like Trent, and you know the cover just the scanning and even the passing. I thought he would suit Liverpool to an absolute T. But now he's come to Man United to be a rotation player. And typically, not all the time, he can start, he will start. When Casemiro needs rest or Casemiro needs replacing, you got Amrabat. Then you can play two stiff players if you want to. Like, you can play, I think Mount, Bruno and Amrabat is more balanced than Mount, Bruno and Casemiro. Does that make sense? Whereas if you put a Casemiro, you put like, let's say you put what's it called? What's the kid's name? A Mino and a Bruno Fernandes. Yeah, that kind of makes it a bit more sense. Sometimes you can even double pivot him if you have to. It's a bit defensive though, I would say. But I would like to call Amrabat even. Some people think he can only play 6, but I think he can be like a hybrid type 8, like Declan Rice, by the way. You know, with the forward passing, positioning. That's the way I look at it. And for 23 million, that's an absolute steal. And I'm just surprised that most other clubs are going to be over it. And I think he's going to be the one to watch for next year as one of them. You know, when you do your top 10 signings of the season so far or something like that, I reckon he's going to be one of them people in the lists. Like Man United's midfield might not even have Fred and McTominay next year or Van der Beek, all gone. And by the way, McTominay in talks with West Ham now because of the rejection of a Gallagher, you know. And then also, you know, Fred is clearly he's going somewhere. Van der Beek has already said that he's got by Simon Stone that he's going to be going elsewhere. He's got multiple offers. We all know he's going to go somewhere, and I think he deserves it. I feel sorry for Van der Beek. Man United treat him like absolute crap. He never got a chance. But then obviously the injury ruined the whole thing. So, but I think Amrabat's going to be a 10 out of 10 signing.
Can I make one of?
It makes me feel happy about Mount now. Now that if we get Amrabat and also Mount, I'm happy with that option in the midfield. That's all I'm saying. And I forgot we even got Ericsson. So even better.
Mo takes. Mo wild takes.
Oh,
Amrabat for 25 million pounds is better value for money than Caicedo 80 million for Caicedo.
I thought you was gonna say Declan Rice 105.
Okay, so that's a definite.
What?
That's definite.
I did not say that. You said that. So don't come on to me. Say that again.
Okay. Amrabat 25 million is better than value for money. Is better than Rice for 105 or Caicedo 90 million. Better value for money. I'm not saying he's a better player. I'm saying value for money. What you're getting for your money is more than what you're getting for your money. That's
I would have to agree with you. I think Amrabat's better than Rice anyways. So
no, like as a player.
Yes, I'm 75 million. I'm 75 million in the clear. I'm just saying. I think, bro, I think Amrabat's better than. Yeah, I don't remember. I'm consistent on Rice. I don't rate Rice like how others do. I don't rate him in the DM. I rate him as an 8 more than a DM, right? And even last year, people say, but look at him last year, he won a cup. So what? They finished flipping 78, 16, 15. But the Caicedo thing, if you're going to ask me, would you rather go get 90 million Caicedo or 80 million Caicedo or 25 million Amrabat? I'm choosing Caicedo because one of his age, because he's 21, 22. And I think he's going to be absolutely amazing for the next 10 years still. And he's athletic. I like what I see. So I'm going to put it that way. I like Caicedo more than all of them put together. But I can't lie. 105 million Rice. Would I rather get Amrabat for 25 million and go get a Barella for like 70 million or whatever makes up 105? Absolutely. Absolutely, Mo. I fully agree with you on that part. But that's just an opinion. You don't have to agree. It doesn't mean I'm deluded or anything like that. It's just my take. I've always been consistent. I don't rate Rice. You know, that's all it is, man. I don't rate him. I rate him because I think he's a very good player, but people think he's world class or he's on the brink of world class. He's not. That's all. Is Amrabat world class? I mean, I saw it in the World Cup stage, but is he got the World Cup definition? Of course not. Amrabat is also just a very good player, but I just like Amrabat more than what I like Rice.
Can I ask you something?
That's all it is, because I'm just comparing prices.
Why are people hyping Enzo Fernandez for a World Cup, playing with Messi and all these guys?
No, Enzo's wicked as well. No, Enzo's wicked.
Yeah, I agree with you. No, I agree with you. And he turned out to be very good for Chelsea. But we cannot talk about Amrabat's World Cup hype. Like, when we talk about Amrabat, it's World Cup hype. He played for a weaker, like, way weaker team than Argentina. Morocco, remember? Morocco versus Argentina with Messi, Alvarez, and all the other guys. And we're not allowed to hype Amrabat. I'm watching. Amrabat.
I hear it. No, I hear it. That makes sense.
Why was it okay for Enzo to be 105 million and a fantastic player because he had a World Cup where nobody watched him at Benfica?
No, a lot of people watching at Benfica. Benfica were moving crazy with this guy at the start of the season. Did you not watch the even if you don't watch Portuguese league?
The Champions League.
Not most people in it, 95, 96. I'll probably put it to 97% of people in this current right now doesn't watch Benfica week in, week out. I think we have got a Benfica rep, like a fan in here as well. Can't remember his name, but there is one. Even he was saying Enzo was absolutely wicked. But if you go watch what they were doing in the Champions League.
The Champions League.
He was sick. He was sick. You can't disrespect him. I think Enzo's gonna.
No, I'm not disrespecting. I'm saying
Enzo's the next best thing. I think Enzo's just gonna be. It's the next best thing to come world class. Honestly, if so close for me.
If he's 105 million, Cass, and Amrabat is 25 million, it's ridiculous. I think that's the definition of ridiculous. Why? Because he plays for Serie A. The Benfica knows how to sell their players.
No, they're great. 100. Look, the valuation for Enzo, for just go off topic, of course, Enzo was overpaid for. Like Declan Rice was overpaid for. But that's what you're going to get in January. That's what you're going to get for an English player. But for me, it just goes along the lines of saying, like with Enzo, there's not many Enzos out there in world football. I can go get another Rice, what he can do, I think, in my opinion. I can go get another Amrabat. I can go get another one of these players if I need to. Like Manu Kone, Kefram Turam. These players, I think I can go get another one. You can't go out there and tell me you can go get another Enzo. Because when we was doing the whole, like, what kind of players are like him, Enzo, Lavia, this, that, and the other, it's minimum. That's what I'm trying to say. And to be fair...
Is Enzo compared to Caicedo?
No, they're different players. One's an 8, one's a 6 for me. One can do 8, but he can't. I think Caicedo can perform as a better. If we compare Enzo doing a job as a 6 and Caicedo doing a job as an 8, Caicedo's ceiling is there. I would actually go along the lines and say probably Caicedo's more talented than Enzo Fernandez at football.
That's all I'm saying, by the way.
Yeah.
People say I'm mad. Like it's exactly what you said. Let me just break it down. Caicedo can do both. If Caicedo can do the 6 as a 8 out of 10, he can do the 8 as a 7 or something. Caicedo as a 6, Enzo as a 6, I don't think he's a good 6 at all. He can do the good 8.
He was never bought for that. What do you mean? Amrabat can't play LFC's highlight? Go watch Fiorentina's football and tell me about highlights. Go watch Morocco and tell me about highlights even against Mbappe and tell me he can't do. He said Amrabat can't do the. Can't play.
Yeah, he plays for Fiorentina, a position-based team in Serie A, where they go to Juventus and have the ball all the time. Like, come on, just give me.
Yeah. Come on, man, that's a poor take. Go watch him. I'm not even trying to overrate him right now. It sounds like I'm probably saying Amrabat's the next best thing. But you know who's not the next best thing? Since we're going to stick onto the Man United part, McTominay, West Ham, and we're gonna link this with Chelsea as well, by the way, because Gallagher, McTominay. Do they get both? Do they don't? Rated around 40 million each. But I think McTominay, they can get cheaper because yesterday, last night, should I say, we saw 40 million bid. It's been officially rejected. That means whoever said that about the 47 million bid, I can't remember, Gary Jacobs, that means he was probably lying then about that and he's just a waffle job. But then they said along the lines as well that within the budgets, West Ham don't think they can afford McTominay, but they can put down 40 million for Gallagher. For what Man United value McTominay, anyways, let me put that into context. For what Man United value McTominay, right? West Ham don't think that's the valuation. But then today they're saying they're in talks with McTominay from Sky Sports. And I'm thinking, what value does Man United hold McTominay to? Because if I see 40, 45 million, I'm going to be verbally sick. Because next year he will just go for something like 15, in my opinion, because he's not going to get as much games. And they also want James Ward-Prowse.
Yeah.
What are you saying about that, Mo, man? This is. I think Scott McTominay is perfect for West Ham. I think Gallagher's also perfect for West Ham. You know, they need an attacking mid. They need a rugged attacking mid. I remember Jesse Lingard and I think of Gallagher. I think of what Rice used to do in the 8. I think of McTominay. What, not as great, don't get me wrong, but he can do it. You know, going forward, not a defensive one. And I still think they need a DM. I think West Ham need 3 midfielders.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. I think actually Gallagher and McTominay, they don't fill the hole of the DM. Both of them don't.
And I'm thinking
and
like
West Ham need a DM.
Yeah.
Because Souček isn't a DM. Souček plays next to Rice and Paqueta plays ahead of them. And Paqueta, we know, is going to start every game. So can McTominay and Conor Gallagher do the job that Rice and Souček used to do? I know. I think McTominay hides. He doesn't go for the ball. He doesn't ask for the ball enough. But he's good for West Ham. I think David Moyes can absolutely get something out of him. I actually believe that. Because I don't think he's a terrible player. I think he's a terrible player for a top team. I think he's a good player for a smaller team. A team that is like 9th, 10th, 11th. I don't think he can play for Brighton, Aston Villa. These teams are not for him. I think West Ham suits him really well. I think Conor Gallagher suits West Ham, as you said.
Yeah.
Runs a lot, battles on the pitch, always fighting, always tackling, actually has goals in him sometimes. So I think they both fit West Ham. And they can save money. If they get both, they still have money to invest after the Rice money.
Yeah, you're right in that part. I think so. And it's also, they're looking at Maguire as well. And they still say ex-West Ham employee, which is basically West Ham's news outlet of transfers and stuff. They're saying they're still pushing to get Maguire along the line. And they said, I think Sky Sports said something saying...
You really don't think Maguire is going to stay at Man United, Cass? I'm sorry.
I think a part of me does and a part of me doesn't. It depends if a good bid comes in or not. I don't know what the structure is. I'll get him out tomorrow if I can. I think if there's a loan with an obligation to buy, you can put that on the books.
Mm-hmm.
I think any way, shape or form, Man United don't need the cash. And I thought we did. We don't. We just need something that goes on the books. That's it. And I just think it's just time for him to go. I don't think it's a good... But what... I'm not going to lie to you and say Harry Maguire is not trying in his current preseason.
Yes, that's what I wanted to ask you.
So I was looking along the lines of like, you know, I think his relationship with the fans is done. But in a West Ham team, he'd thrive more and there's less pressure. And now he's not captain of Man United. And I think that's where it's severed. Like that whole decision's done. But if he's as professional as he says, he's trying to fight. He's doing individual, you know, practice as well. He looked very trim. Looked very okay against Arsenal as well. And I know it was their second fling side after a bit. But I just think there's no point. Because at the end of the day, he cost £80 million. And you're not going to get that bid. That whatever money Man United think they're going to get next year, they're not going to get it for him. So wherever it is now, 30, 35 million, take it and run.
What's a good bid for you? Go to the asking.
I'll get rid of him for 20 million tomorrow.
No, that's emotional. Okay, that's emotional.
Yeah, well, that's what you say. You asked me what's a good bid. That's a good bid for me. I think he's garbage. What? Why are you laughing? I'm being serious.
20 million don't get you anything these days.
I don't care.
And he's not. He's nothing. That's what he's saying.
I know Man United don't reckon. They rate Maguire around the 35 million mark, but I think he's garbage.
I actually don't rate him at all at Man United. I rate him at a low block team. He was going to be okay a little bit, but I think he doesn't leave because of the wage. I think he stays, fights for his place. I think he's going to stay, and you're not going to sign another centre back.
Yeah, that's it. No, we would sign another centre back though. That's the thing, we would.
So you'll go with 5.
Well, as far as I know, this Alex Disasi ain't gone nowhere, and he's still in the shortlist. Do I want Disasi? I don't mind him. I don't know a great deal about him. I know he's a unit. He's actually looks unorthodox on the ball. But as a 4th choice centre back, I'm taking it. For 25, 30 million for Disasi, yeah, go take it. That money there, for that money, for the same money. But I think there's other centre backs you can get for 4th choice out there. I'm happy to keep Johnny Evans over Maguire. How about that?
Oh, you signed Johnny Evans on loan, didn't you?
Well, a short pre-season contract.
What? What does
He's
that
only
even mean?
there on a pre-season contract. So he signed for Man United to train in pre-season only.
And huh?
Because Reece Bennett. So okay, just for people that don't know, Reece Bennett, the youngster that was meant to go, got injured in I think against Lyon, and Man United had a lack of centre backs. You know, Martinez, Varane, Lindelof, Maguire, and then Will Fish didn't get selected because he went on loan to Hibernian, which says a lot. And then Johnny Evans came.
So he's only there for pre-season. He isn't staying the season on loan or something.
So he's just there for pre-season only. But I'm trying to say to you guys, I'm not joking. I'd rather keep Johnny Evans for his experience and what he can do in and around the team as a personality, as a fourth choice centre back, because I think he's still good enough. He was still good enough. He just got injuries, and even at his age, like a Lewis Dunk and all that, still good enough at his age, rather than Maguire. If it's just for one season only, yeah.
So why do you think? Okay, so you are a Man United fan.
Yeah.
You are a game-going fan. You and the other guys, that Ty and all these guys. You guys don't rate Maguire at all.
Not at all.
Apparently, the manager don't rate him at all.
Sucks.
Luke Shaw is actually ahead of him as a centre back.
Exactly.
Why do you think he wants to stay? I'm really trying to wrap my head around this. Is it for the money then only?
I think
Maguire, or for the Euros?
Well, whoever Maguire has around him, he needs to get rid of them.
But it doesn't make any sense to me. The fans don't want you. The manager don't want you. You have a full back ahead of you in the picking order. I don't know. Nobody wants you. You're not playing games. You're not getting any minutes, and you want to stay at the club.
Like as I was saying, the people he has around him, he needs to get rid of, because if you're going to have a yes man around you all the time, you're never going to thrive in life. If you've got someone that cannot challenge you and make you think different, maybe he already does know, Mo. Maybe he does know, and he's just doing whatever Maguire does, like with his PR. But he needs to realize his career at Man United is finished one way or another. It's gonna go. But if it's not this season, it's next season. It's definitely, and the only thing that points to is, of course, the money. That's the only thing you can point to. Or he's got a deluded ego, which I think he's got. By the way, I think he's got an ego that he shouldn't have. And there's nothing else to really say on Maguire. Jason McNeil says, big up, lads. Amrabat and Kane equals title race for me, and it does also for me, by the way. So big up, Jason.
And for me.
I don't care. But yeah, so that's just along them lines. Langer's left. That's the last part. Højlund, obviously the Bellatori thing, that kind of indicates Højlund should be on the move to Man United, preferably this week, I would say. It needs to be done by this week.
So the reports are saying, hold on. The reports are saying that Atalanta are still holding for 80 million. But you are only, today, Man United are only willing to go up to 60 million. What do you say to that?
No, there was a conflicting report. I don't know who said it about the 80, 90 million stuff in euros for Højlund. But that got rubbished anyways, because, you know, like I look towards Fabrizio and Højlund and what he said in their price. But again, like Fabrizio's been, even on the Onana stuff, even on the Tonali stuff, like Fabrizio was quite slow compared to Alfredo Pedula and these other journals. And I'm not going to say that the Italian journals are exactly the best. They're not all the best, but that Alfredo guy has been bang on the money for these Italian moves. So I'm looking towards him and not Fabrizio at this point in moment of time. You know, Fabrizio plays it safe until he needs to, and then he taps in when he needs to, you know, and he's still good at what he does. But Alfredo says different.
So Fabrizio just tweeted, just now, by the way, a minute ago. He said, understand terms of Manchester United agreement with Rasmus Højlund and his camp on personal terms clear now. 5-year deal until 2028 with another option. But Man United will bid this week, but only for the right fee and not entertaining 90 to 100 million euros. That's Atalanta's thing. So apparently both clubs aren't even close. Do you reckon this is another Mason Mount saga where it goes to the middle?
No,
you don't.
That just looks like recycled journalism to me. Go look what Alfredo Pedula says. I think the fee will end up being around 60 million. I'll be honest, 60 million
pounds.
Pounds. I think pounds.
70 million euros.
Well, that's about 68. But yeah,
Yeah, okay.
I'm saying I think it's 60 million pounds, and I think a lot will be in bonuses, about 15, and I think that's what it should be.
I actually don't think he's worth that much money. He's worth.
Nah, he's not. He's not.
Not.
You're gonna
He's
get
great. He's a great player, but you scored 9 goals in 34 games. Yeah, he didn't start a lot.
I don't want my club to pay that. I want them to pay up in a whole package, probably up to 55 max.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I would like. But
that's the market. Huh? That's the market.
Other than that, there's not really anything else to really report on.
What? One more thing. Did we talk about Gallagher?
Yeah, we did talk about Gallagher.
Okay, one more thing. What do Chelsea do if Gallagher leaves?
They go sign Kudus.
And Caicedo. And another midfielder. Or no?
Nah, I think they only get.
Kudus isn't a midfielder.
I think they're going to trust their youngsters. Well, the youngsters. I think they're going to. I don't know if Caicedo is going to go on loan anymore. And I don't think Andre Santos is going out on loan anyways. So I look at it like that. And I think they're having Kunku, Kudus, and obviously Kudus can cover on the right. Because Kudus can play behind the striker, and I think he's quite similar to Nkunku, especially in the centre forward position, the way he moves.
Chukwuemeka?
Yeah, or Chukwuemeka as well. And then they got Castell, Enzo, then they'll have Caicedo and whatever his name is, Santos. So that's the way I think Chelsea. I think Chelsea are going to back it like that. Different direction for Chelsea.
Yeah, guys, 700 of you here. Can you get us at least to 350 likes or something? Come on, guys. You can do better than that.
300.
Guys, it's easy. It's free. It's underneath your live chat. It's a thumbs up. Make sure it's highlighted. Please get us at least to 350. It helps us massively to move to the next person. Unless, and I said it before, you only want to watch the channel by yourself. So please hit that like button. And if you don't want us to expand. But anyway, I think that's it for the transfer news.
Oh, there's more Gallagher to Milan links, by the way.
But it's like
you're paying the
£35
money.
million pounds. 35 million pounds. I didn't watch the guy. You're telling me he's a great player. I believe you.
I like the player.
I trust your opinion.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the guy. 35 million sounds reasonable, but if you're Arsenal Football Club and you're seeing Atalanta go, let's say Højlund goes for 55, they're gonna look at Balogun and think, why am I selling him for only 35?
Yeah. But Inter don't have the money to pay more than 35, so it's either that or nothing.
You got 50 million for Onana. Oh, sorry, whatever. You got 43 million for Onana. So there you go.
Need to sign 2 players instead of that. They're out. This is gonna go towards goalkeeper. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Jason.
Yeah, hit the likes again. And I think we can end it there. If you stay on the stream, we'll go over to Lewis's stream. And we'll be back tonight at 10 with a panel as well. So look out for that one, 10 p.m. Put the notification bell on and you'll find out. Other than that, in a bit.